y'all, my name is Sarah and this is my Flosstube Sarah Stitches. This is my channel all about cross stitch, and today I'm filming a little something different. I have been seeing everybody, lots of Flosstubers been filming their plans for 2023. They've been doing their whip parades, and also their if they're participating in the NYE 12 by 12, they've been showing that. And so I thought, well, I'll do that too. That sounds like fun. And I just thought it would be a fun video to film. So I'm just going to do it all in one. Now, I know a lot of people do the whip parade separate, but I do not have a lot of whips. And so I can easily get all mine and done in one video. So I just thank y'all for watching. There's so many good videos out there with this on this topic this time of year. And I just thank you so much for watching mine. And so I will get on into the video. Because this is a kind of a special video, I'm not going to talk about books. Normally in my videos, my normal floss tubes, I always at the end of my videos have a book talk. But this video I will not. And so, but I will get back to my normal videos in January. So, with that, I am going to do the NYE 12 by 12 this year, and I'm excited about it. I did not hear about it last year until it was kind of late, so I did not. I did have some, I did pick out some pieces last year, and I stitched on them, but I did not do any planning or anything like that. So, so this year I thought it would be a lot of fun to do that. And if you are not familiar with what the NYE 12, and it's 12 times 12. It's I'll put it down here at the bottom of the screen. It is thought up by Kee Bee and Pam with Just Keep Stitching. Her and her daughter Stephanie have a YouTube. And what it is starting at noon on New Year's Eve all the way till midnight. You pick out 12 projects that you want to work on. I think there's two separate teams, so to speak. There's one that are going to do all strictly new starts, and then some are halving, like I'm doing, 6 and 6. But anyway, every hour you will find something new to stitch on, whether it be a new start or a whip that you've chosen. And I thought that would be just a lot of fun. Now, I know I will not be stitching. I will take breaks during the day. I've got, you know, other things that I'll need to do, but I do want to at least start it and put a few stitches in it, and we'll just see. But I am excited about it, and so I will. So that's one thing I want to show in my video is what I've picked out, and I'm on the team 6 and 6. I'm going to have 6 new starts and 6 whips that I'm going to work on, and so so I will start off with that, and then I will do my whip parade, and then I will go into my plans for 2023. So just so you know, when I do show my whips that I'm working on, I will not show them again in my whip parade because, you know, you don't need to see them twice like that. But anyway, so I will start with that. And I guess I'll start with my whips first that I've got. And so I'm going to start with, and I'm thinking about doing this. I have seen Chantel with 141 Design Company. She put out a video a couple of days ago, I believe. And what she did, she was talking about her whips or starts that she's doing for NYE. And she took, she made her, because you know she has that wood cutting business, she cut out they look like popsicle sticks, and then she put every project she has on the stick. She wrote it in. I don't know, it looked like she used a label maker or maybe made some labels for it. I'm not sure, but anyway, she labeled each stick with each project. So what she's going to do is at the beginning of each hour, she's going to draw a stick out, and that's what she will work on. And I thought that was cute. I don't know, I do have that I had bought at the Dollar Tree. They're the big popsicle sticks that I use for crafting. And I thought about, you know, making some up with that and drawing. But then I also thought, well, I could just cut some paper up, write each project down, and draw it out of a cup that way. And that's probably what I'm going to do. But I thought that was a neat concept, just kind of you know, just draw what you want and, you know, draw your piece that you're going to work on. And I thought that made it kind of like a little fun game to play with yourself. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So these whips will not be in any type, what I'm showing is not going to be any way how I'm going to stitch them today or anything like that. These are just what I have chosen to work on. And I'm starting first with the whips. And my first one is going to be A Cup of Cheer by Brenda Gervais. And I think I just showed this in my last video. And I did say in my video, I was going to work really hard to get this finished by New Year's. And no, I hadn't touched it. I don't know why I say stuff like that. But I still am hoping to get it finished at the first of the year, maybe. But nothing's been done to it since then. So this is it. But this is going to be one of my whip parts that I work on. That's that one. And then my second one that I have here is Heartstring Samplery, Blessed Assurance. And it's been a few months, or a month maybe, since I've shown this one. I did not work really for most of November and especially December. I just focused on Christmas. I really got in the mood to stitch Christmas. And so that's, so some of these you may not have seen for a little while. But there's no work done on it. This is where I'm at. So this is it. And I love this. I really want to get this finished in this coming year, in 23. I got something on my face. I think some lint. This one here I have, yeah, I've had this for, since it first came out. When they first showed this one, I was like, oh, I got to get that immediately and get started on it. And it's the Flea Market Flowers from Lori Holt. I love this chart, but I'm not far along in it at all. And I don't know why. What's the holdup for me? I'm not sure. But this is it. No, here it is. This is it. This is how I've got it. And I've got the border. But I don't know, y'all. I'm beginning to think maybe I need to just stitch them individually and make little pillows out of them. I don't know. Just pick the ones out that I really like and just go with it. Because I don't know if I would ever stitch the whole chart, even though I don't know. I'm just debating. Because, I mean, it's taken me year and a half to do this. So, you know, at the rate I'm going, about 6 years, 10 years, I'll be finished with it. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards picking out some that I like, finishing this one, and maybe I like this centerpiece one here, and there's a few other ones that I like better, and maybe this, and I like this one, and maybe just stitching them and making them to smalls and put them out during the summer months. What you think? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards that. But anyway, but this will be one of my works one of the pieces I work on New Year's Eve. Then I have this one, and I don't think I've shown this one in a while. It is Plaid for Autumn. It was a free one that Hands On Designs put out this year. And this is just a little black and white copy I have. And I'm just stitching it on a scrap piece of material that I have. And this is my progress. So, really cute. So that's it. So I'm going to get some work done on, more stitches in on this one. And then I've pulled out another old one. I hadn't shown this one in probably close to a year. I think I started it maybe in February last year, January. Floyd and Flurry. This is by Stitching with the Housewives. And I don't have just a whole lot to do. I feel like the major stitching part is done. The fox is done except for this foot. He needs another foot. And I need to add the trees and some more cardinals, which I just love the little cardinals. I think they are so cute. Now I think he is so cute. So this will definitely be a goal to get finished this year. This coming year. Yeah, ever since I have been home for my break, I work in a school, and we started our Christmas break. It was a little weird how they did it this year. Normally we get out on a Friday and we go back on a Monday. But the way the holidays are falling, we got out on a Tuesday, and I don't go back to work until the Wednesday after after New Year's. And my days have, and then with us having Christmas early, my days have really been messed up. Like, this does not feel, I felt like today's been Friday all day. And I'm a day ahead of myself, which I don't want to be, because then my break's going to be over sooner. But yeah, my days have really not been off here. So, and then my last whip that I'm going to work on, the last one I'm going to show, is Plum Street Sampleries. This is the day. And there has been nothing done with this since the last time you saw it. So that's my progress on it. So those are my whips that will be pulled out for New Year's Eve to work on. Now on to my new starts. And now this was, well, even choosing the whips was kind of hard, but because I don't have just a lot, it wasn't as hard as picking out new starts. That was really hard for me, because I've been watching all these, been watching these Flosstubers with their starts, and I'm thinking, oh, I want to start, they'll show something, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I think I want to start that, or, oh, I have that. I want to start that. And it was just, I've really been enabled lately. And so it was a struggle to make it, to cut it down to 6, to make the list 6. It was, and then I thought, well, you can add more, make 5 whips and 7 starts, but I kept with the 6 and 6. I don't know, there's still 2 more days, so who knows, I might change it again. I don't know. But my one new start I'm going to have is from the book, The Snowball by Brenda Gervais. I stitched this one last year, Winter Wonderland. And so I don't know, I really like this one here. I think this one is so cute. But then I like the little snowman family back here. And so there's such cute projects in here. And so I guess I will just see what I'm feeling like that day, New Year's Eve, when I decide to pull this, whenever I draw it, then I'll just, whatever I feel like is what I'll start. Because I do have my flosses from the first one. They're all still in here. And nice and neat in my bag there. And then I got this is a 28 count mushroom. So I've got my material in there. And so it's all ready to go. I'm having a hard time deciding which one I want to stitch. Now this one was a no-brainer. I knew I was going to start this one. And it is Teresa Kogut's A Sweet Song. This is from her Patreon. I just love this little snowman. But I don't think I'm going to stitch the winter. And I think I'm going to just leave this off and just make him plain. I'm not sure. But I'm stitching it on a piece of fabric. I originally was going to use the black that I had shown in my video, but I found this in my stash. And I thought that would make a really pretty piece. So I think it's going to look really pretty on there. And I pulled fabrics from my own stash and just substituted what I could if I didn't have it. And so they're all pretty much what she called for or similar. So real excited about this one. I just love this. I think it's so cute. So this one's all kitted up and ready to go. And I don't remember that this came from the Fat Quarter Shop. I ordered it a year or so ago. I know it's a 14 count, but I don't, maybe it's a, excuse me. It looks small to be a 14 count. It might be an 18 count. I thought it was a 14 count, but it may not, it might be a 18 or 16, I'm thinking now. But isn't that pretty? It was just one that they had on sale one day or something. I don't know. All right, then I had this one. I've had this one kitted up, except I did not have my fabric. So what I'm using now, I'm using that black that I bought as this one's piece. And I'm going to stitch, I'm going to start, Let's Talk Autumn by Hands On Designs. I had started this once before, and I did not like the fabric I chose. You could, I'm starting over. So that's that one. And it's all called for colors is what I've got. So that's, I think my third new start for that day. Or fourth, I'm not sure. I think so. That was number 4. And here's number 5. And this is Coffee Shop. It's part of the Spooky Hollow series by Little Stitch Girl. I have loved these ever since she put them out. And I've got like 1 through 5. And I want to get some more. But I just never have started them. So this is it. And I'm going to stitch it on a 28 count. This is Fabric Flare. What's it called? Hazy Gray, I think. Hazy Gray. This is what I'm stitching it on. That's pretty true to life, true to color. It's very cloudy and rainy, and matter of fact, we're supposed to have, I think later on this evening it's supposed to storm. We've gone from below 0 temperatures last week in air, 0 to single digits last week to 60s today, a little above 60 actually. It's quite muggy out there. And then supposed to get some rain and storms tonight, and then I think New Year's Day they're calling for some, my husband was just telling me, some severe weather that day. But I have got and you know, one thing, now I did watch, and I will link her video below. I had gone and I have watched Kee Bee's video on the planning for this NYE. How, you know, just about what to do and that kind of thing. And one thing she mentioned that I had not thought of is that, you know, because you're only working on these projects for an hour, you don't have to kit the whole thing. You just kit what you need for that day. Because, you know, I don't have, you know, there's no way I'm going to get to this, or even, you know, I'm not going to get all this finished. Really, I'm probably just going to get up into here, finished somewhere. So really, all I had to kit was for the roof, which I did have black coffee, and I've got the grays in my bag. They're just some DMC gray. But I had not thought of that, you know, because I'm going to be honest, when I was thinking kitting, I was thinking, oh, I got to kit the whole thing because that's what you normally do. And that was my mindset I was in. And so when I watched her video and she was saying, you know, you don't have to kit it completely because you're not going to need a lot of those flosses. And I thought, that's, you know, wow, that's true. That's a good thing. Thank you for mentioning it, because I was trying to get the whole project. And so, so yeah, that made it a lot easier to to kit. And then I can just, you know, when I get to those, then I can get the flosses or the colors then. I don't have to worry about making sure I've got every floss this time. So that was a nice thought there. And so then I have one more, and this one I'm really excited about. It's in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Magazine, Christmas of 2020. This is the cover. And I'm going to stitch, start on Winter Cardinal Etching. I'm trying to show it without showing the chart. Oops. Here we go. Well, yeah, you're not seeing it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love this cardinal, and I know a lot of people have stitched it. And so I cannot wait to start it. But this is what I'm stitching mine on. I found this fabric in my stash. It's an 18 count. It was in a color and cotton grab bag that I bought. Isn't that pretty? Just a real pretty brown, taupey brown. Just real pretty. Now, there we go. And so I did, the chart calls for cherry cobbler. So I've got it. Now I did not have, I think it was twigs, something twigs I did not have. So I thought, I've got two ideas here. I thought this would be really pretty as the trees and this. So what do y'all think? Y'all think, I think that would be really pretty. But then I have seen some other people stitch this, and they changed the trees to birch trees. So I pulled this because I don't have any birch trees around me, so I don't know if this would be, this is White Lightning by Week Style Works. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got whites and grays in it. So then I thought, well, maybe I ought to make them into birch trees, but then I don't have birch trees around me, so I don't know. So what do you think? I'm thinking I'm going to leave the trees green. But that white does look, I don't know. I'm thinking, so what's y'all's thought on that? Do you think I need to leave them green or kind of that pine greeny? Because we got a yard full of pine trees and or the birch trees, because that is more wintry. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Either way, I think it's going to be really pretty. So that is my plans for NYE 12 by 12. So now I will move on to my whips, and I don't have just a whole lot left. So we will start with that. My first one, y'all, this was my New Year's, goodness gracious, Christmas Day start. And I did start Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. And this is all called for, even the fabric. So, and this is my start. I did change though, because it calls for grits as the snowflakes. And I don't know if it was my dye lot of grits or what, but it blended in way too much. So I changed that to bamboo. I changed the grit to bamboo, and I like it a lot better. So that's the only change so far that I've made. But I love this chart. So that's whip number 1. And these are not in any particular order. I'm just grabbing them out of my little whip basket. I keep them in, I've got them out of it now, but I've got this basket here. I think I picked that basket up at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And my second whip is Hands On Designs, More Chocolate Bunnies. And I think I started that a couple years ago. And I'm not far at all. I'm really kind of embarrassed at how far I'm at. It's really sad. I think the chart's so cute. I just got wrapped up in other stuff last year. But that's my start. And this one is kept in the nice Ziploc bag here. Courtesy of Walmart Ziploc. Okay, then I have, pick this one up. Oops. Halloween Rules by Lizzie Kate. This is my start. I haven't worked on this since Halloween. I just always have loved this, so I'm excited about getting some more stitches in on this. Then I have Hands-On Designs Chalkful, Hip Hop Chalkful. And this is another one I've been stitching now for a couple of years. I really thought I was going to get it finished this year, and I don't know what happened, but I didn't. This is where I'm at though, and I don't really have just a whole lot to finish. Just some detail. I gotta put details in their faces and finish the jar. And there's some more leaves and things like that. I think I've got all the bunnies in. Yeah, I do. I just got some flowers to add and carrots. That's it. It's missing the carrots. So, there's that one. Then I have, this little bag had two in it. They're two from Stitching with the Housewives. And they were part of their summer collection they did with the bees. The first one is Honeybee Farm. It's a Dapper Doodad. And I liked these ones that they did with the barns. Just excuse the copy. I guess I'm thinking my printer was about out of ink. So, but that's it. And this is my progress. Just think it's so cute. So definitely we'll get this one finished. And the other one I have in here is, where's the cover picture? I may not have that. Oh, I don't even go with that. Just a second. Oh, here it is. Okay. Honey Delivery. This is a Dapper Doodad. And this was the back up the truck. No, this was just a truck. So that's it. And I did change up the colors on this one. I had seen somebody on Instagram, and I really liked their color conversion, so I copied it for the most part. But I love the truck, that color. So that is my progress on it. I still have a little bit more work to do, but these should be easily finished this year. Okay, I'm not going to show my Christmas whips that I showed last week, but I do have, I'll just show the sheet because I haven't worked on them at all. This one here, Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Well, I guess I've got it out. I'll show it real quick. But this is the progress on it. Then I have my stitch that I'm doing in memory of my mother. And this is, I'm using Bloom Chalkful but it's not going to look like this. Now the daisies and flowers will, but the jar is going to be completely different. My mother was an artist, and she was very talented in painting and drawing, and she loved to do chalks. And so I have this piece back here that she had done a daisy bouquet, and it was in one of those blue enamel cups or pitchers. Was it a pitcher? No, it's a cup. And it's the blue and white enamel look. And so I want to mimic my jar to look like that. And then I found some fabric that really is very close to the canvas that she used. And so this is my progress, and I just love this. This will definitely be going in my daily, in my monthly rotation, which I'll get into at the end about how I'm going to do stitching next year. Then I've got, excuse me, why don't I just pick them, I'm going to pick them up and put them here. There we go. Then I have Boo Crew. This was a free mystery stitch along by Fat Quarter Shop they put out this past year. But I'm doing mine a lot different. I am not going to stitch Crew. I'm leaving all that off. And that cauldron. I don't like the cauldron. To me, it does not look like a O. It doesn't look like Boo to me. And it just, to me, it gets the whole piece off. And so, just doesn't fit. So I've seen some people on Instagram change it up. And they just took the cauldron out and just stitched the word Boo. And then they moved the cat and the broom over beside it. And it is really cute. So that's what I'm doing. But this is my progress. And it's a good thing I had not got very far, because I don't have to start over or nothing like that, because all I had gotten was the bee anyway. So so this is one that I'm going to change it up. I guess that's one good thing about when you don't keep up with stitch alongs, that you can change them in the end if you like it, if you'd rather. Then I have my Patriotic Quartet, Home of the Brave. This is a Mill Hill kit. My husband has seen these. He had dropped me off one day at Shepherd's Needle, and then he gone to Academy Sports and came by to pick me up and just walked in the store. And we were walking around, and he saw these in this, there's 4 of them in there. And so this is the, I think I bought another one. I can't remember, but he really liked these. So I told him I stitched them for him. And this is my progress. Right there. It's going to be really pretty when it's done. I have never beaded, so I'm anxious to see how that goes. And then I have also in my whips my Christmas list. I have that one. And then also, and these were all shown in my last video. There's been no work done on them. This Hometown Needleworks Holiday, Hometown Holiday series. I have those. That's part of my whips. And then my last whip I have is my Blackbird Designs Midnight Watch. And this was one that I started with Laura, Stitching by the Shore. And we are stitching them alike in the fact that we are not doing the border or the alphabet. We're just doing the center part. But we both chose totally different fabrics. So it was when we were stitching them and showing them, it was really neat to see the difference in it. But neither one of us had brought it out since Halloween. But this is it. So that is my whips. I told you I didn't have very many. So with that, I will move on to my plans for this year, this coming year. I'm going to try really hard to be much more organized in the way I stitched, because I felt like, yes, I got quite a few accomplished, but there was things that I said I was going to do and I didn't. Like one was I was going to stitch some ornaments for my tree, and I did not. I only got the one stitched, and that was during, I didn't start it till November. And so I really want to work hard on that, to stick into that goal. And I want to work more out of magazines. I have several of, I have these, and then I have some on my iPad. And so, and then I also, through my Libby app, through my library, I can get just cross-stitching magazines through it. And so I have picked out several pieces with it that I want to stitch. So I'm really going to try hard to do better about sticking to some goals, setting some goals and sticking to them. That being said, I've been seeing everybody show their planners and all that, and I don't think I'm going to do the planners. I think what I'm going to do is, I had followed this second. I thought one of my dogs was coming in here. Do you ever watch Once Upon a Stitch? Can't think of her name, but I'm going to link her channel. She's got the best, good channel. And she's got a really, in my opinion, unique way of how she stitches. What she does is, and I'm going to try this, and I kind of got it, Sandy, was Stitched with Sandy. She was talking about it, and she kind of tweaked it a little bit to fit her, and I am too a little bit. But I like the concept of it. And in a way, it's not a lot different than what I was doing, because she takes each project and she works on them for 2 days. And that's basically what I was doing. I didn't put them away right away, except for like when I stitched my Sunday stitches. But other than that, I worked on projects for, 2-3 days in a row. So what she does, this is, I want to say her name's Lori, but I don't know. But her channel is Once Upon a Stitch. She will take like the month, like this, and she does it 2 days, like the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and so on. And she actually puts the name of the chart that she wants to work on those days. And then on the 31st, I think she leaves open for, and maybe the 30th or 31st, she was leaving, because she mentioned in this video, because she never had room in her rotation for sales. So I think she's going to make sure she leaves a day of rotation to, maybe if she wants to join in on a sale, to stitch those. And then I think the 31st, if there was a day, like if the month had a 31st in it, that would be either just pick what she wanted to work on, or maybe a new start, something like that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure I want to put the name of the chart piece that I want to work on. I don't know. I'm thinking about trying it for January and just see how it goes, because you can always change it. And maybe putting like 1st and 2nd, I would work on my mother's piece, and then go from there. And since I don't have a lot of whips, I could get a lot of progress done. And then maybe on the 31st, it's just up to me if I want to start something new, maybe start it on the 31st, or pull out another whip that I want to work on some more. So I like the idea of having it in writing of what I'm going to do. And maybe that way I can stick with it. And I can always choose for whatever day I want to work on a magazine piece. And I could just put magazine out here. Now, I know Sandy is doing, like, she's got hers divided up in seasons. Like, she's got, like, she would put winter, summer, summer. Because, that leaves it open for anything. Because winter can be, she's even including Valentine's Day in winter. Or it could be your snow pieces, or Christmas. Christmas is winter too. So she's doing that. And then your fall could be anywhere from Halloween to Thanksgiving, that kind of stuff. Summer, you kind of see what I'm meaning. But she's not putting each individual chart thing But I think I want to try to write which ones I want to work on and just see how it goes. And then if I don't like that for February, I can just put, I think I might try like what Sandy does. But I feel like I could get a lot more accomplished that way and not feel like I'm just everywhere with my stitching. And I have also joined in on the, Sweetwater Stitcher. She has got a new, and it's somebody else, and I can't think of who it is. I will link them below. A new Facebook page, and it's called SYS 2023. And I think this is basically, you're going to stitch your from your own stash, you know, and so even if it's just fabric or threads, but try to use what you already have. And I like that concept too, you know, and just and I think she said on one of her videos there's going to be maybe some challenges and things like that throughout the year. So I thought that was kind of fun. So I did join that Facebook group. I am really bad about joining these Facebook groups and then never posting in them. And so that is one thing for my new year I want to do better about, is posting in the groups that I'm in and interacting in them. And also interact more on Instagram. I get on Instagram and I look all the time and I comment, but I am horrible about, I'm the world's worst about, I don't post my own stuff. And so I think I want to try to do better with that and be a little bit more active in the Facebook groups that I'm in, because really that's the only thing I get on Facebook for. And then one thing I do have to add though in this year is I'm going to have a baby stitch day. So a grandbaby stitch day. And so I will be adding that into my rotation once I decide what I'm going to stitch, because I do want to start with next year stitching my grandbaby a ornament every year. And so I'm excited about that. And I don't know, I'm thinking about the stockings, and then I have seen some people make some cute cross-stitch baby pillows. I don't know. I've just seen some really cute stuff. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, I will have to add on one of these days, I'll put grandbaby stitch but I want to find out, when we find out the gender, then I'll pick out some charts. So I think that is all I've got for you today. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. And, and if you have not heard about any of these groups that I've mentioned, I hope you'll check them out and maybe join in on them. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. And so I hope, and with that, then I hope everybody has a great New Year's and is safe. Everybody stay safe and is happy. And I will see you in my next video.